So many of us say that we want to shop responsibly. In fact, 63% of consumers say that if they were given the choice to shop consciously and sustainably, they would. But only 1/3 of us actually wind up doing so. Why is that? So many of us are taken aback by the price attached to sustainable products. I was a frequent frugal shopper myself, and when I learned about sustainable fabrics, I wanted to do better. But when I would see the price tag attached to what sustainable meant, I wasn't as well informed, and I hesitated. But why is it that they're so much more expensive? As it turns out, sustainable products aren't that expensive. It's just that everything else is too cheap. Let's find out why. So why is it that sustainable products are that much more expensive? Well, first, we have to consider what goes into making any product. First, it's the raw materials, whether farmed like cotton or made in a factory like polyester. Then, it's the labor to make that product. And finally, it's all the manufacturing processes involved before they reach our doorstep. So let's look at some of the key differences to understand why sustainable products could be that much more expensive. In the first step, we have to consider what gets paid to the worker on the farm. In sustainable and responsible production, things are considered like the pesticide use in the fields to make sure that farmers and the crops are both free of toxins and healthy, as well as making sure that that worker is getting paid enough. In fact, in organic cotton farming versus regular cotton, we see that there's a 30% increase in the price just from farming organically from the practices at stake. Next, we have to consider labor. In the traditional garment industry, factory workers and laborers only get paid 0.6% of the final purchase of your t-shirt or leggings or whatever it may be. And in traditional garment industry, workers usually make 2 to 3 times less the amount that they actually need to feed their families and pay their bills. Let's just consider that for a second. If you pay $19.99 for a t-shirt, what actually gets paid to the person who made that? With responsible and sustainable products, these brands work hard to make sure that laborers, workers, not only have enough to feed their families, but usually provide health insurance as well. Then there's the production process to consider, and all the steps that are taken during the manufacturing process. Was wastewater taken care of in a way that didn't pollute the local river? Were toxic dyes used, or were they organic? All the little steps that matter that didn't hurt the planet or you. And then, to take it even a step further, sustainable brands often go above and beyond to really behave responsibly. Participating in things like 1% for the planet, making sure that they're certified carbon neutral, philanthropy, giving back, the list goes on. All of these little steps and precautions make sustainable apparel that much more expensive than traditional garments. So what is the solution? More people buying sustainable products will drive down the prices of recycled polyester, organic cotton, etc., because it will make the prices for these raw materials more competitive. It really comes down to good old economics, supply and demand. As demand evolves, the industry will work to match the demand and make these practices more affordable. There really is power in the decisions that consumers make. So the next time you go shopping and you see a shirt or a pair of leggings for $15 to $20, think about it this way. The company that you bought that from most likely made profit of about 60%. The raw materials probably cost about 15% of that. So what was left for the worker, the farmer, and what corners were cut to protect the environment in order to make that item? The power to change the industry really is in our hands. Buy less, buy quality, and demand more from the industry.